Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4. I'm playing with Black Ice installed. Let's continue and start preparing for the war here. What do you mean there's no available land route? Shouldn't I be able to go there just by ships? 500 freaking ships. I have no clue what's going on there. First of all, I want to get my oil ready. Yes, it's outdated, I know. I want to start getting a duplicate here and start turning this into 1939. And then what I'll do is I'll put another medium tank there and turn this into Panzer IV as well. I'm still letting them have light tanks here for the moment, at least this year. That changes the combat width. Let's get rid of the motorized light anti-tank. 24.5. I would have to put support anti-air with car. It doesn't increase combat width. Let's do that. And then this will be the last one. Let's see how that affects tank production here. Once again, now I need a lot more for just making this one tank. But it's fine. Is it really fine though? Well, I guess it'll have to be. Okay, let's continue organizing. As it is, I have no clue why they can't go there, but that's we'll see about that. They're not training, but you will stop training. Okay. 2 in Gleiwitz. I want 2 to attack over here. 2 half motorized. I'll put them in Deutsche Krone. France and Britain announce an alliance. Filthy rats. They go there, and then I have the last Panzer Division, which I actually want to have there, so let's send them to Stolp. Yes, I'm missing interceptors, whatever. How is the production of planes doing? Moving to reserves, needed for reinforcement, eh? Okay, I'm not gonna use the medium bombers for the moment. Let's send them to Magdeburg. I want to use my older model planes in Poland and newer model planes in the West. And I'm also gonna leave the newer close air support and have the older close air support go here. Let's see how that works out. That's fine. Alright. As long as they're putting those planes to good use, I guess. Base stability plus 10%. I guess I can go for it now by the time that it's done. We have reasserted our eastern claims. Great. And that means that I will then go for the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. A treaty of friendship and non-aggression with the USSR might turn the stomach, but will allow their precious oil to keep flowing into Germany. I'm not trading with them, but whatever. Secret addendum will divide the territories of Romania, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Finland into German and Soviet spheres of influence. I'm sure they'll agree to it. Maybe when Lithuania folds, the Lithuanian government has agreed to our demands and may will be incorporated back into East Prussia, yet another unlawfully small province have been returned to German nation. And that also means we get a free military factory. Let's actually put that into planes. How many? We're producing one a day, so still half a year's delay just for a reinforcement. Yeah. I don't have half as many planes as I would have liked. With the German forces on their border poised to attack, Lithuania has given in to a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed into Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the region of East Prussia. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. This is new to me. Can send them to Memel indeed. Oh. There's no available land route, but I can send a garrison. Alright, I guess I'll have no armor there. But I'll send it to Ostrow in the hopes of just moving through there straight out. And I guess if they don't allow me to do this, what is your problem? Yeah, supposedly I'm way too weak there. I'd sent those 5 infantry divisions, but I can't. What I'm gonna do here is I am I have those 5 divisions, and I'll let those 5 divisions be on that area there then. So I'll create a front line for them on those 2 hexes, and let's also give them a half decent commander from Kugler. That's fine. And that also improves the situation for them a little bit. Okay, well, once the garrison is there in Memo, I'm sure we'll be fine on occupation. Yes, we are. Excellent. I'm gonna have these guys, you know what, I'm gonna have them a border with the Netherlands. So I know the Netherlands is not gonna invade, but what's wrong with you, man? There we go. And I guess they're gonna go the other way, but that's fine. Further improvements to the Autobahn. Since its inception in 1933, the Autobahn project has been a glorious success. The construction efforts have reduced unemployment, and the wide roads stand as a monument to Germany's economic recovery. Much work remains to be done, however. Yes, indeed. Und das heißt Erika. Okay. Issue an ultimatum. The okay, this is just whatever. It's not interesting. Commercial food processing. Let's take a look here. And at the radars, because if I'm getting close to finishing radars for the support units, which I might. 100 days. That means that by the time that I'm done with the research, I should be okay. So let's, I guess, start working on core HQ radio first, because this is gonna be a gazillion. I know it's going to be good for them, but I need to incorporate it slowly. There's no need to try and jam it in everywhere. Hey, United States, would you like to give me a bit more oil? Yes, you do. 72 days, perfect. 2 months to fill it up. Massive earthquake, oi, oi, oi. Alright, I'm quite ready here. Let's research the 31 Edrad. And I can go for the BF-109. That... Wow. Okay. Yes. I have to stop making new ones at some point, to be honest, because it's really bad for my efficiency. I'm already dreading the point where I have to switch this to the E model. To be honest. What? I just want to switch it. Now I have to find the trucks. It's over a year. Shit. Okay. Garrison training, not super important. Gewehr 41, this is what I do want. Definitely. Let's we'll have done. Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. Now that that's done, interesting that I can already do this. But I want to work with fate of Czechoslovakia. This is... I actually get stability from this? The time has come to divide the old Czech lands between those who can govern them properly. We should also consider the creation of a separate Slovak puppet to the east. Just want to have one selected. And the other one go to Vienna. I did say I have plenty of garrisons that need to be built still, so that is okay. The only one that's doing poorly are these, but I can suddenly no longer send any troops. Oh, now I can. Because I have to do it individually. Moscow signs the pact. The Soviet Union has wisely agreed to sign our non-aggression pact. This means that we are free to act without risk of Soviet intervention. Unfortunately, some of our friends now question Germany's commitment towards the ultimate destruction of communism. When matters with Poland and France have been settled, we may need to revisit this treaty, but that's a discussion for another time. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Named after German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and the Soviet counterpart Vyacheslav Molotov, this non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself nor aid an enemy of the other. Foreign diplomats warn that this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear Soviet intervention. That is pretty much what's going on. But the same for the Russians, in a sense. You wanna join? They need world tension at 15, currently 13. They're close, and these guys don't seem to be interested. Whatever. I do think they have a national focus for that as well. But not to be a bit of a dick, but why would they not move? Maybe they're disobedient because it's SS units. They don't listen to me. Or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that's all well and fine, but I'll just wait a little bit on this because it's just... If I'm gonna change it again, the production is gonna be real low, and I'd like production to be enough. Or I'd like to have some surplus. France bans communism. The Edouard Daladier cabinet cabinet has decreed the dissolution of Parti Communiste Français. Ever since Soviet Russia signed the non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany, there have been talks of proscribing communism in France. The decree was instated following the agreement between the two nations for the partition of Poland. How did they know that? It was secret. Edouard Daladier took the opportunity as support for a ban rose, and even leftist papers started advocating for the abolition of Parti Communiste Français. Yeah, sure. Fine, man. How is China doing compared to Japan? It's funny that even in black ice, Japan is doing good against China. In vanilla, they always crush the Chinese within seconds. So I would say it's a little bit weird. I don't think it helps them by me putting that one division out there. No, that's fine. Even if the numbers are the same here, I can still move freely in certain areas, things like that. I'll be fine against Poland. My biggest concerns generally is the plane matter. But whatever. You're still going there? Oh no, you're just training. I'll just go there. Like, I only have about 400 planes on the western border. That cannot be good at all. Not even close. But I'm producing like 1 a day, 1.43 a day. Yeah. Right, I do actually also need to take a look as to what is a bit of a problem in terms of how long certain things take. Like, for example, the light vehicles, that takes an entire year. So I have to increase this. The question of the Czech state. Adolf Hitler has invited Czechoslovakian President Emil Hacha to Berlin for this evening. After an unusually long waiting time, their meeting began with Adolf Hitler revealing right away his true intentions of dissolving and annexing the Czech state into the German Reich. Adolf Hitler threatened the Czech president with an aerial bombing of the Czech capital, Prague, unless Ivar Beniz ordered the Czechoslovakian army to offer no resistance to the impending invasion. Hearing Adolf Hitler's demands, Hech has suffered a breakdown and needed to be seen by a medic. Upon recovering, he could send orders to Prague. It will be part of the Reich, but I'm doing Fate of Czechoslovakia here. Okay, well, maybe that's part of doing that. A song. Play us a song. There we go. There we go. The people of Slovakia have been oppressed for centuries by the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and after its demise, the situation didn't change for the better with the creation of Czechoslovak Republic. Their people are once more oppressed, but willing to take up arms and declare their independence. Tension within the Czechoslovak state have been growing heavily in the last weeks, and the Slovakian uprising is only a matter of time now. What? It will become a state with German support. That's indeed what I think is probably best. Okay. Wasn't. Oh yeah. Okay. I did reset that just now. These are all 1940 techs. Schwimmpanzer. Let's start with Bergepanzer. Alright, so we'll be there with a full fuel. Let's see if I can time it a bit better as well. This will put it to 2 months again. Unfulfilled conditions. The Hungarian people have suffered greatly in the Great War, losing most of their territory to the Czechoslovakian state. They have already stated they will press claims in the future, but we can also involve them in our operation now and calm their lust for territorial restoration a bit. There's an autonomous movement in Carpatho, Ukraine, seeking to establish an independent stuff free from the Czech Republic. Another breakaway state is unacceptable. Either Slovakia or the Kingdom of Hungary should manage that land. Let's give it to Hungary. Indeed. It will also give us quite a bit more production capabilities. That's nice. Japanese army embraces Nanshin-ron. The armed forces of Japan have long acknowledged that the Empire of Japan does not possess national resources needed for prolonged war effort. With rising tension and outbreaks of armed conflict involving the world's major powers, the threat of loss of import seems greater by the day. To counter this, the Japanese strategists have come up with a strategic plan to seize Western colonies in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. These resource-rich regions will fuel the Japanese war machine and allow it to continue more or less unhindered, as long as the colonial powers and the United States can be kept at bay. Yep. The fate of Czechoslovakia. The end of Czechoslovakia is at hand, and our forces are marching into Prague at this very moment. With the surrender of the Czechoslovakian military, we have liberated vast quantities of armaments. Their tanks in particular should serve our forces well. Böhmen will be annexed into Germany as a protectorate, but what should become of Slovakia? They are in both ours and the Hungarian sphere of interest now. Allied or at war support 10%. Allied anger will increase by 4. 4 allied anger. Modify MIFO bills. Oh. Use Czechoslovak gold to reduce the cost of MIFO bills. Okay, fair enough. And nice. Invite the faction. Hungary. And isn't Slovakia already... They're my puppet, right? Reich's protectorate. Seems like the US doesn't want to trade with me anymore. Well... For which? Oil, tungsten, rubber. Let's just slow this down a little bit and see how that goes with the trade. Either way, I would have to do protection zone in Slovakia now. Should zone in their Slovakia. Okay, well. There is that then. The Kingdom of Hungary has accepted our offer. Terminated. Yes. Okay, so I have to trade anew. At least rubber here. There are not that many countries that are willing to give it to me, but for the moment I can trade it with the United Kingdom. I'd like to have this filled up, so let's just get rubber from the UK. For a lot. And as for oil, I'll get it from the USSR. Let's just see how that works out. It will take a long time now to fill it up. It goes down, yeah. Chromium. The problem is that I need more trade for oil.
What do you do in the infantry? You march, you march, you march. What do you do when your pack has got your back as stiff as starch?
They're not giving it to me. Where? In the Czechoslovakia Republic.
What do you do in the infantry? You hike, you hike, you hike. What do you do in the infantry? You left and right of light.
Everyone else can ride a jeep or fly up in the sky.
But there's nothing to ride in the infantry. You're just a tired guy.
Befehle. Angetreten.
Sweat till you get there the hard way. What do they say in the infantry? They squawk and squawk and squawk.
How much do I need?
All about miles and miles and miles that they have had.
1.65 infantry division as garrison.
And that's what it
Bereit.
But don't forget the Air Corps has done some marching too.
Bereit. Ausrücken.
The ground crew, you're always fixing planes.
Well, let's see if that works.
Bereit.
Sleep and dream of beautiful G.I. Janes.
And
Ausrücken.
What do you do in the ground crew? You fix and fix and fix. What do you do in the air Corps when the flag begins to scream? How can you duck when the bombardiers are steady on the beam?
How can you dig a foxhole or trunk behind a tree?
Wouldn't you love to
there we go.
just like the infantry? The soft way,
Also, for more production, I will
brother, the soft way. What do you do when your gas is gone and you're flying a thunderbolt? You and the silk would say
put two there,
with an awful jolt.
You drop in a jungle and
one there and one here. So I'm dedic. No, I cannot do that because I would need more airplane production. It still takes half a year for me to fill up the requests for panzers. What am I doing? Yeah, okay. Fine, and
Achtung.
with those garrisons moving, I don't know how fast they are going. Oh no.
Achtung.
Alright, it's just the garrison going slow.
Achtung. Achtung. Ausrücken.
I'll
Ausrücken.
try to do strategic redeployment. They'll go faster that way.
Befehle.
The German-Slovak Treaty signed on the 28th of August of 1939 transferred control of a strip of Slovakian land to the German Reich to allow the Wehrmacht to attack Poland from former Czechoslovakian land. It was not returned by Germany after the fall of Poland due to having several arms factories. Well, I already have a border, but I guess the factories are nice. Equipment being produced without a template. What is this, by the way? This is a... what kind of tank is it? Panzer 35T. It's a cavalry tank. But then no, I see. One thing I can do is edit this one and change, because I have quite a few cavalry tanks left over basically, because as you can see I have 250 of these, and then I could technically edit this and change one of these light tanks to cavalry tanks. That means I can take production off from these and start turning it into Panzer 35T, which is better than the older models. In fact, I think I'm going to take away Panzer 1 production entirely. This way I'm still producing 5 a week of these, which makes this 20 weeks, and with 1.55 a day, that also makes this roughly half a year of being behind, but they have good production efficiency here. Okay. With the protection zone done, the next one would be a solution for Danzig. Interestingly, I can already do it because I have more than 1 million men in the field. Going for an early attack. Means I'll be quite early. And that is interesting. It would be interesting. Still really sad. I just straight up cannot go for these currently. There's Czechoslovakia Republic removes Skoda Works, which grants that against Skoda Works, which grants 5% factory output. Jeez. Those are really good, but I need to get the war going. So... Interestingly, I still cannot invite them. Italian protective towards the Reich. Okay, well. We have minus 67, which, yeah, we're gonna go to war, so. They're guaranteeing the independence of Albania. That's interesting. You know, to be honest, I think I'm ready, at least here. So I will take a solution for Danzig. And that means I'm gonna do this a couple of months earlier. Starting in April instead of September. Which gives me... Right, this is April, entire April, May, June, July, and August. Yeah, that gives me a good 5 months in advance here. And I don't necessarily need to do this immediately. The funny thing is that... let's see, do I need to fabricate claims on them? Or... because... no war goal to justify a war declaration. Is there... do I then need to do around Maginot? Yeah, okay, so I would then have to do these, and these. Taking about a month to declare war on those countries. Yeah. A solution for Danzig. Danzig was German, Danzig has remained German, and Danzig shall be German from now on. If Poland does not cede the territory, we must prepare the German people for the inevitable war. Danzig and the surrounding lands will return to Germany. I have not built a wall. What are you doing, man? Also... right, well, by this stage I can just leave this Panzer Division here. Let's send them to Stuttgart. Yeah. It's fine. They're supposedly claiming they're weak, but I don't... yeah, that probably has to do with their organization and such. Did I not tell you to go to Prague?
Befehle. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
This is supposed to be on. Let's get that speed a little bit lower. I'm currently almost full on fuel. The Polish question. In a heated speech today before the Reichstag, Adolf Hitler denounced Poland and their treatment of Germans living in Danzig and the Polish corridor, claiming that German minorities in Poland are being persecuted in the vilest manner imaginable. Hitler made the position of his government clear. Danzig was a German city and is a German city. The corridor was German and is German. Without the German folk, these eastern regions would still be plunged in the depths of barbarism. That's not really... Okay. Czech equipment. With the annexation of Czechoslovakia, we've acquired large amounts of war materials, including trucks, artillery, and small arms. That's... Oh, actually, also... No, I don't want any new ones. Let's take a look. So... This is nice. Wow. Yeah, this this is really useful. They're upgrading light artillery now. That's fine. I kind of want to just keep these like that. 100 days, yeah, slightly over 100 days. Okay. days. Upgrading is fine. We're doing pretty okay in most cases. I also got a bunch of radios, interestingly enough, but I'm quite sure that research is almost done. Okay, so these garrisons are not enough. %.
Angetreten.
Let's get you into Prague and let's get you into Brno, I guess. Question of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. With the Czechoslovak Republic out of the picture, the balance of power in southeastern Europe has shifted dramatically. Czech arms and money were used to support a number of countries that now need to look for new sponsors. Perhaps it is time to remind Regent Prince Paul of that fact. I'm gonna put the squeeze on him. And I'm also gonna send... you can go, I guess. These into Pilsen. I was sending you over there. Okay, so this should be filled in due time here, just a few days. As we get a solution for Danzig, I guess, as well. We're at 72 still. Core HQ radio and strategic deployment. Indeed, yeah. But this is done in 4 days, so I actually think I can also immediately research further ahead. I'm working on this one. Working on this one. Command. Yeah, this is also pretty good. Let's start going for improved inter-service HQ. And this is a bit weird. I thought I was researching these things. Why not? I am not. Okay. I would like that increased supply range, to be honest. But to be fair, I also really want to get some of these, especially Civilian Works 3. Let's start here. I'm gonna have to do all of it. Right on time for me to put Rommel here too. I need to start changing laws once I go to war though. Definitely, I need a lot of political power, so... is it not enough? Well, they're doing it based on equipment ratio, so it doesn't necessarily mean that garrison units are enough. And they just want a certain type as well.
All right.
Well,
Ausrücken.
I can technically send one of these. We'll see what happens then. Restrictions upon Bulgaria lifted. The Greek government has agreed to the rearmament of the Bulgarian military. After the Great War, Bulgaria has been limited in its military efforts and production. Bulgaria has a record of abiding to them, however, which convinced the Greeks that the efforts should be lifted. How is Bulgaria doing anyway? They don't like us for whatever reason. Not really sure why.
All right. Ausrücken.
I will also use strategic redeployment there. A solution for Danzig. One of the most pressing concerns, Danzig and the Polish corridor are quite vital to restoring the rightful borders of Germany. The Poles, however, are loath to give this area up willingly, as they view it as their only access to the Baltic Sea and the outside world. This will be one of our toughest claims yet if we want to accomplish this diplomacy. We have several options. We can simply threaten the Poles for Danzig, perhaps scaring them into acquiescing. Additionally, we could offer a trade of Slovakia for Danzig, although the Slovaks might be more useful under our control. Finally, we could attempt to influence the Poles and bring them into our orbit, making the problem moot for the time being. Yeah, it's Danzig or war. Yeah. And with that, I will also reassert Western claims here. And I will start working on the heavy fighter. Poland refuses, and then it is war. Are we already at war then immediately?
Angetreten.
The answer is no. Poland refuses to cede Danzig. Despite our attempts to allow Poland to hand over Danzig peacefully, even vowed to give up our claims on other German territories in exchange, we've been met with a refusal. As expected, the world gives nothing to us what we do not seize by force. They know very well what the alternative is. Okay. Right, well, with the start of that, we're gonna begin with that in the next episode. $87, so that works. Now that these guys are in here, I need more then. I guess these Wachtroepen aren't gonna do it. But I'll take care of that in the next episode and in this war as well. So we'll deal with that then. Thank you for watching for now. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. See you then. Bye bye.